From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is Star City News live at 5.
Good evening and welcome to Star City News. I'm Abram Luters.
And I'm Cara Van Landingham. Thanks for joining us. Police are accusing a Lincoln woman of abandoning her 3 children ages 2, 3, and 4 at Bryan LGH West, stating that she might kill them if they were in her care. Star City's Corey Day has been following the story and brings us the details. Corey?
According to Lincoln police officer Katie Flood, a 31-year-old Lincoln woman took her 3 children to Bryan LGH West Hospital late Sunday night. The woman told hospital officials they needed to take her children from her or else she was going to kill them. The woman brought her children into Bryan LGH West Hospital at around 7:45 p.m. Sunday night. The children are 2, 3, and 4 years old and were turned over to Child Protective Services. Police have said no charges are being brought against the woman, and it is now a mental health matter being dealt with by the hospital. According to Lincoln Police, this case would have fallen under the safe haven law had it been about 3 years ago. However, that law was changed in November of 2008, and children of this age no longer qualify. The staff at Bryan LGH Hospital cannot comment on specific cases dealing with mental health. They did, however, say they do have emergency mental health services available 24 hours a day for any sort of mental health crisis, including one like this. Like I said, this does not fall under the safe haven law, but Officer Flood did say the woman made the best choice possible in taking her children to the hospital if she really did have thoughts of endangering their lives. Reporting live from the newsroom, I'm Corey Day with Star City News.
Thanks, Corey. Police say the mother has not been cited for the incident. Police are now using a location-based phone application called Proactive Police Patrol, or P3I. Lincoln Public Safety Director Tom Cassidy says it will allow officers to locate sex offenders and people with warrants. Cassidy said the P3I works the same way as other map locations. Here's Cassidy showing off the application himself.
P3I is a mapping application. The underlying base map is Google Maps, and just like Google Maps in your browser on the desktop computer, you can pan and zoom and turn on and off the aerial photos.
Police in Southeast Lincoln have a plan to fight dangerous driving habits. Carter Augustine has the story.
I'm at the intersection of 7th and Van Dorn, which is part of the area Lincoln Police are now targeting in their latest POP project. Now, POP, which stands for Problem-Oriented Police Project, are designed around specific and unique problems within Lincoln. In this particular case, they're looking at rear-end collisions, as there's been an abnormal amount of them in Southeast Lincoln. Police say texting may be a big reason for this, as well as people just not judging their braking distance properly. So what they're going to do about it is they're going to monitor 2 specific locations. First of which is a stretch of 70th Street from here at Van Dorn all the way up to O Street, the other being Highway 2, and they're going to be looking for cars that are following too close to the cars in front of them, so make sure you're driving at a safe following distance. Carter Augustine, Star City News.
Thanks, Carter. There are plenty of bars in Lincoln, but one new night spot is going to be booze-free for now. The City Council has yet to approve the liquor license for Smooth Nightclub, which had its grand opening this past weekend. Carr went down there Saturday night to get the details.
Smooth Nightclub finally opened its doors this past weekend, and attendance was high even though there was no alcohol on the drink list. Despite the denial of a liquor license from Lincoln City Council and the Alcohol Commission, this club's rooms were filled for its grand opening. Controversial club owner Shane Harrington says he plans on keeping it that way with or without alcohol.
Surprisingly, we weren't quite sure. We started out really slow. The bars got over, and well, we're open till 4 a.m. and the only place in Lincoln that is open to 4 a.m. as far as I know. And we had about 175 people show up all at once. Our grand total was somewhere in the neighborhood of 280 people, so I was pleasantly surprised.
Even though the business is running fine so far without the liquor license, club manager Brandy Croce may still apply for one, since Shane was denied for reasons that are not entirely clear.
I know that I can get it. I don't know that Shane will ever go for it, but I think I'll still apply just to see what happens and try and get my liquor license, so at least we can cater in the alcohol, or I can find some place to open a bar.
In the meantime, bartenders at Smooth will be serving virgin drinks, but Shane says he won't give up.
I've had a lot of people tell me I should keep fighting. I don't feel like I've quit fighting. you know, I have more plans for the future, but for now I'm going to see what I can do here.
A nightclub that doesn't serve alcohol. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out.
Well, time will tell. Star City News will be back after a short break.
More than 68 million Americans have a sexually transmitted disease. If you or someone you know may have an STD, there's a place to turn to. A sexually transmitted disease program. Visit their website. You can get the help you need.
Kids deserve to be kids, but 19% of children in Lincoln have other things to worry about.
They go to school every single day. They have stresses that other kids just don't have. They don't know where they're going to live, if they're going to have the same house when they get home.
Poverty in Lincoln is the highest it's been, and B.D. Brash, along with the Center for People in Need, are fighting against the statistic.
So as you can see, it's very, very hard to make ends meet.
The Center for People in Need acts as a support center for families. They help parents get jobs. They find families a place to stay, and they make sure no child goes hungry in Lincoln. To find out more about the Center for People in Need, visit www.thecenterforpeopleinnneed.org.
Since 1978, KZUM 89.3 FM has featured the best in everything from jazz to folk, rock to R&B, world music, and local music alike, plus news and affairs from your neighborhood to around the world. KZUM's hosts are unpaid volunteers on the air because they are passionate about their shows. And being nonprofit means no long commercial breaks. For the community and by the community, KZUM 89.3 has something for everyone. For information on programming or how you can support KZUM, visit kzum.org.
For more information about becoming a volunteer, visit bbbs.org.
Now we come back and we're going to hand everything over to Danielle to see what the weather brings us this next week.
We're going to see a lot more unwelcome thunderstorms, which could worsen the flooding along the Missouri River. On a lighter note, though, I hope you enjoyed that sun today. Temperatures reached about a high of 85 degrees, with just a little bit of sun or a little bit of wind reaching up to 17 miles per hour. If we take a look at the surrounding areas, temperatures remained in the mid-80s, 81 degrees in Omaha, 82 in Plattsmouth, and 83 in Nebraska City. Skies should remain clear into the evening as temperatures drop to about the low 60s. Clouds do move in though, and there's a 30% chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Tomorrow, you'll see a mixture of clouds and sun and some possible severe thunderstorms. Winds could reach up to 25 miles an hour. If we take a look at our 7-day weather forecast, unfortunately, the weekend is going to be filled with scattered thunderstorms. Temperatures should remain around the 85 to 86 degrees. Monday, the storms return, and then Tuesday, it's back to being partly sunny, so it kind of flip-flops on us there. And that's our weather forecast. We're going to be right back after this break with the national news.
It can happen to anyone. Whether by race, religion, sex, or any number of other types, workplace discrimination exists. It hasn't gone away. The only way that it might depends on you. If you're discriminated against, please report it, because it's not just your future you're deciding, it's everybody's. Brought to you by the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights.
We help survivors survive. Call 1-800-MAD-HELP The Henslick Multimedia Center is located in room 123 and is open from Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. They have all the latest technology for your needs, and their friendly staff will be there to assist you on all your multimedia concerns. They offer checkout for laptops, still cameras, and video cameras. For more information, call 472-5842. The Campus Rec Center is your one-stop shop for getting out and getting fit this year. The Rec Center offers many different activities for you and your friends to come out and enjoy yourselves, all while engaging in physical activities and staying fit. Rec Center is conveniently located right here on 14th and Vine, so you don't have to travel far to get into shape today. For more information, go online at crec.unl.edu or like them on Facebook at facebook.com/campusrec.
Plans to give the city $3.5 million in visitor improvement funds are delayed. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners approved the proposal to give the city $1 million now and $500,000 annually for the next 5 years. This money would pay for the Haymarket Arena projects. A formal vote is expected by the end of the month. Commissioners asked city officials for a list of projects the city plans to undertake. And more than 5 million pounds of sandbags have been dropped off by a chopper to levee a breach along the North Platte River. This will help to protect the railroad line that is in jeopardy from the flood. Black Hawk helicopters lift 3 one-ton sandbags every 5 minutes. Soldiers say they are using the same skills that they would in combat zone.
Tornado-ravaged Joplin, Missouri has one more disaster to deal with. Yesterday, a fire destroyed a Joplin building that housed 12 businesses and was being used by tornado victims as a storage space. Luckily, no one was injured during the fire. They helped us bring down Osama bin Laden, but now they face an uncertain future in their own country. Pakistan's military spy agency arrested 5 Pakistanis who gave the CIA valuable information that led American forces to bin Laden's hideout. This development raises new concerns about the relationship between the United States and Pakistan, which has become strained in recent months.
And he may be facing some serious charges, but that didn't keep former Senator John Edwards from smiling in his mugshot. Earlier this month, this former Democratic presidential candidate pleaded not guilty to conspiracy and campaign law violations. The charges stem from an investigation into whether money benefactors gave him to support Edwards' mistress should have been considered campaign donations. Edwards previously reached a plea deal with the Justice Department, but it fell apart when he refused to serve jail time. And tweets by member of Congress have dropped 28%. Both Democratic and Republican Twitter use went down by half after the first few days of Weiner's missed tweets. The 400 congressmen that usually tweet 15,000 times a week, well, they've only tweeted about 2,800 times the first week of June. The Arnold Schwarzenegger saga continues as former maid Mildred Baina came to talk to Hello Magazine about her story. Baina described Schwarzenegger's wife, Maria Shriver, as being supportive and crying with her as they dealt with the fact that 13-year-old Joseph was fathered by Schwarzenegger. The picture from Hello Magazine shows Baina and her son Joseph. Baina went on to say that Arnold is a good man, loves Maria, and hopes to get things patched up. Well, not a lot of luck for men in the political world, Abe. Maybe it's time for a woman to step up, or...
Well, personally, I've always been a pretty big supporter of Betty White for the 2012 presidential ticket.
That's good.
Well, now it's time for a short break, but when we get back, Ryan will give us the latest update on the world of sports.